What's up, guys? Inflatable Guy 05 here, and welcome back to the porch reviews. I am back. I took a little break. I've been kind of busy with life, so like I said, videos aren't going to be as frequent as they were now that I have a lot going on and a love interest in my life, and my job is going smooth and stuff like that. I just don't have time to do this anymore, but I figured I would make a video on this because I know people knew this existed, and so people knew who got this, and that it went to a collector's hands, and it's going to be taken very good care of and used very sparingly. Today we have, I don't know the year of it, there's no paperwork with it, there's no white box, it came to me in a brown box. The person that I got it from did not have a box for it, there was no set box or paperwork or nothing, but this is, I guess, an airblown inflatable animated piano organ player, and this is a prototype. It was never produced, it got canceled, so I'm guessing this is the only one in existence. Maybe there's two more out there, but there's definitely none in the double digits. This might be the only one, and I got this from a good friend of mine named Kevin Walls. If anyone's ever heard of him, he had a lot of prototypes and he was selling a bunch of them. And this was one of them. I got in contact with him, and I talked to him a little bit. We got to know each other. And he originally wanted like $450 for this, which I thought was insane. And I was staring at this thing on eBay for like 2 months. And out of nowhere, we talked about the price, and he dropped it to $250. And I think we agreed somewhere along the lines of $200 to $250-ish. I can't remember. It was months ago. Like maybe a month or so ago when I got this. I'm just reviewing it now, but it is a prototype. There was hand-painted features. It was never produced. The only thing he told me that he knew about it is that Lowe's was supposed to get it, and that seems very fitting because they're known for having a lot of the organs. They had the 2019 remake. They had the original one. I don't think they ever got the Haunted Mansion one. I think that was Yard Inflatables only. But this thing's pretty cool. I don't know why it got cut from the lineup that Gemmy was showing them to pick for their stores. I'm going to guess cost, because it has a 125, it has a sound box, it has animation, it has a kaleidoscope. I thought BJ's was going to get this. When I first saw this, I'm like, oh, BJ's. I don't know the year. I want to guess 2021. The fan says 2022, so probably then. I would have guessed 2021, but I think 2022 is that because of the year of the fan. But it could also be from 2023 or 4, because that fan could have been sitting around for ages. You know, they make fans and all that stuff before the inflatable actually gets made. They have extras. So I don't know exactly what year this is for. There's sadly no paperwork. There's no other photos of it. There's just that eBay listing. Until now, I figured I'd let people know who has this. And, you know, as a great collector like me, I take it upon myself to take good care of stuff like this. And it's in very good shape. It was never used outside at all. But the soundbox is turned on the max. It is pretty loud. Not in this open air space right now because it kind of gets echoey here, so it's not going to sound crazy loud, but I love this thing very much. I know a couple of people that don't care for it. I think it's special, and it fits in with a lot of the amazing newer stuff and not the crappy older stuff. So let's plug it in here and get the party started. If I could feed it into the cord, that'd be great. Having some technical difficulties. There we go. And the soundbox on this, which makes it 100 times better, is this soundbox was actually never used on anything else, which is why it's very sad it got canceled. This soundbox is only on this soundtrack. So, that's about this full soundtrack. I'll go back over it again before we conclude the video, but here he is. Not crazy big. I could see this being about 120, 150, but I think Lowe's just thought it was too expensive. And as you see by the bulging of the back of the piano, this thing is tight. Very tight. And there's the hand-painted features. Can't see it in the daylight so much, but maybe the teeth will pick it up. You can see it on the mouth. And the keys are hand-painted. Everything's hand-painted on this. But it's in very good shape. The bulbs are very weird. Is there 2 zippers? No, there's only one by the fan, and there's one actually right there on the back. But I don't know where they got these bulbs from. Again, they threw this together. It was only supposed to last a couple hours in the showroom. But that's some weird-ass bulb in there. That's not a C7. I'm probably going to replace that if I feel it gets hot. I think it is getting hot, so it might cause thinning. I don't know what that is. A C9 or something? I don't know what that is exactly, because I'm not familiar with those lights. But here he is. I guess it's a monster, or it's not Frankenstein, because otherwise he had the bolts on his head. But I love his face. His goofy expression. The amount of detail that's in this. The kaleidoscope is in the organ, by the way. And the fan is on his seat that he's sitting on. And the thread they used is actually white thread on it. There's a turning mag. They used white thread all over this. It's very weird to have a feeling they would have used black so you don't see it. Unless maybe they would have also used white. But white is everywhere and prevalent here. And every area is tight of this. He's tight. Even his arms are pretty tight too. A 125 is a great idea for this. The fabric is really smooth also. I'm really disappointed this didn't get produced. I think this could be great. Definitely better than the 2019 one, because we've seen that one like 3 different times years prior. I like it because it's different from all the others. I know a lot of people absolutely creamed their pants for those stupid organs. And this is such a fresh relief from that stuff that I've always wanted one, but I've started not liking it over the years because there's one person in particular who just fucking loves this thing to death and has like 7 and 8 of them, and it's just getting repetitive. Seeing how many people praise this thing. Like, there's so many other better things out there. I'm not saying this is better. I like it more than one of those. I still want one of those, but it's nice to get something different. I love being different. But we'll go over all the executed where the stakes are. You have the 4 stakes there on the bottom of the fan. There is none on the bottom of the organ, but there is actually tether points on him, on the piano player here. There's one right there and one evenly on his side right there too. And a lot of prototypes actually sometimes don't get tether points. From what I've seen and what I've been told, they actually don't get a lot of tether points, or any sometimes, which I don't understand why. I know they're making it really quick. This is the only thing I'm complaining about right here. I do not like how that looks, but it would have been fixed when they made it, but it's the only one out there, so I kind of got to deal with it. And it's not that big of an issue. At least it's there. And it doesn't look crazy weird, but that just don't look too good. The second to final zipper is right there on the fan, but... And then there is even detailing under there. I never saw that from the pictures. He never showed that, so I didn't know about that, but... Yeah, this thing is really nice. There is 2 C7s in him, one in the head, one in his body. Well, not C7s, they're something different. And then the kaleidoscope lights up the piano, which it's like a purple color. I believe it's like one of those multicolor purple ones. Don't quote me on that, but there's the inside of that. I'm hoping I get many years out of this. I'm gonna actually turn that sound box off. I don't want to wear the sound box out. Because if you know anything about prototypes, they're not made very well. They're not made to... Besides the fan's fine, because they just use one of those. But, like, the actual components, like the sound box, like you saw in there, there's even black tape inside of there. I don't know what that's about, but... Like, they're thrown together they're drawn out, and then they're thrown together very quickly, very... Not cheaply, but, like, it's just the test run. They'll usually get thrown away, or Castle Law has been buying them recently from them to resell them. So before, they would have gotten, in early years, thrown away, torn apart, and used for different things, but which is why they started putting tethers on a lot of them, because they know, well, now people are going to use them because they're selling them to him, so they know people are going to use them if they buy them, for the most part. I don't know about collectors, if they're going to keep them in good shape or not, but I will not be using this long in my displays, especially as you know, it still gets hot here, so certain things I don't use long, like this one. This is now my second prototype for Halloween. I'd like to get more. There's better Halloween ones than Christmas ones. A lot more creative designs, but you know, stores sometimes don't want to go for different stuff. They want to keep going with we already know what makes us money. And I'm taking business classes, so I know about business and stuff, and that's how they are. Which sucks, because otherwise we could get good things like this, and not stuff that we could get, like that giant Nightmare Before Christmas lineup at Lowe's. That was absolute dog shit that year, in my opinion. I think this is great. I love owning prototypes. They come with a cost, as things could break on it. I'm hoping they don't. Again, they're thrown together very quickly. They're not supposed to last long, only like a couple hours. If it breaks, that's okay. They throw it away. That's it. But they're just made to stand there and make the sell point to business people for the companies and like what they're going to pick. But I think it's really cool. I think we went over all the detail, the backstory behind it. I wish there was a little more I could say. But I think that's about it. I think it's a good comeback video. This piece is pretty rare, being one of the only ones probably. It's very nice. I love it a lot. I'll definitely be using it. He'll fit in with the way my yard is going to be from now on, of all looking like they all fit each other from the same lineup, all the same creepy details and all that stuff. So he will work perfectly. I love it so much. Thank you to Kevin Walls for keeping this in good shape and selling me this. I will end the video here with the sound box. You can hear the whole sound, the song, because there's no video. Even his eBay listing did not have the full song. It had like maybe 20 seconds of it. It's like a minute long, if not more. But after that, we'll be closing out this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.